The gems of America are often hidden in plain sight. My mission is to seek out these hidden gems. Today we're set to climb a mountain that millions of people pass by each year, but hardly ever go up, visit one of the world's largest air and space museums, and relax in wine country. This is Southeastern Arizona. I'm Juan Montoya. Let's go explore. Picacho Peak. It sticks out on the side of the I-10. I don't know how many times I've made the drive from Phoenix to Tucson and never thought to myself, I should stop and check this place out. I decided today's the day. Let's see what it has to offer, guys. Come along. What a beautiful sight. Again, we're in the desert, but look around you. It's green as can be. Oh my. Only 5 minutes from the parking lot and the views are already outstanding. I can't wait to see what it's gonna look like from up there. Come with me.
Maybe a plane a bit faster, I could take a Greyhound bus. Sometimes when I'm out there, I swear I couldn't be more free. Just riding around with the friends I call my family. And then it's time to roll out there on to the next town. And I think it's good for your soul to be out there riding around. And then it's time.
What a view. Picacho Peak, we made it to the summit. Definitely challenging and strenuous to get to the summit. It's fun, everybody on the trail is awesome, and it's not even packed. But the base area, there's tons of trails that are accessible to just about anyone. And as you're coming down towards Tucson from Phoenix, it's almost like a little hidden jewel in the desert. The adventure is definitely gonna continue as we head down south to Pima Air and Space. Let's go. Just driving up to Pima Air and Space Museum is impressive. There's already so much cool stuff outside. Let's pop inside and see what they got. Walking inside, you're immediately greeted with a replica of the Wright Flyer, a fitting introduction to one of the world's largest air and space museums. Hangar 1 is a world-class museum in itself. Everything from the world's smallest airplane, no, not that one, this one, to the world's fastest, the SR-71 Blackbird. But we can't stop here. There are 5 more hangars and over 32 hectares outside to explore. Let's check in with our guide for the day to learn more. Here we are, nestled between the bombers and the international flyers. And you mentioned, Brad, that a lot of people don't even make it outside because you guys have 6 hangars?
That's right, 6 hangars. I see a lot of people, sharing their experience, and it's all in Hangar 1. And if you only make it into Hangar 1, then you've still had an amazing experience with history. Well, should we go explore some more?
Yeah, please show me around some
All
more.
right, let's go look around.
Pima Air and Space is a fascinating intersection of history, art, science, and engineering. That's never more evident than when walking into Hangar 4. The sheer amount of World War II memorabilia and aircraft is incredible. Seaplanes, fighters, bombers, troop transports. It makes you understand the scale of what the world was going through. Speaking of scale, I can imagine, even if you've flown 1,000 times, this gives you a completely different perspective than walking through a couple tubes and taking your nice seat. Like, the immensity of what has been constructed here, the size, the beauty. This is a well-engineered and beautiful creation, in my opinion.
And I agree with you. I mean, some of these airplanes, it's almost art more than machine in the way they're designed. And unless you are an aerospace engineer or work on the tarmac, I think this is a whole new experience for you.
Someone seeing our show here might find themselves in a very similar plane to get here,
Yeah.
to then experience Pima Air and Space. Holy cow, guys, that was amazing. Pima Air and Space, so much more than just airplanes. I think it's time to relax a little bit and let's go check out this Arizona wine country. When I think about wine, I don't think of desert regions. There has to be a great reason that Arizona is becoming known for its wine. So I'm headed down to wine country to find out. And here we are, 45 minutes south of Pima Air and Space, specifically at Deep Sky Vineyards. And nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So the plan is we're going to take you back into the production facility with Tom, and then we'll come back inside the tasting room and we'll drink some wine.
Bro, I cannot wait.
All right, happy to have you guys.
Let's do it. Hi, Tom. Nice to meet you, man. I'm excited to see what you guys have here for us.
Sure.
Let's proceed.
Come on over.
Who would have thought that Arizona could be a hub for vineyards?
Gordon Duff was a soil scientist, and he figured out that, hey, this soil is almost the same as the ones in France.
Really?
So maybe we can go grow grapes here.
When Dr. Gordon Dutt began growing grapes in the region, he laid the groundwork for what we now know as Arizona wine country. Can you compare it to some wines that are maybe available in Australia as well?
Yes, there's the same, they call Rhone Valley varietals, Viognier, Syrah. That's made in France. It's also done here, and it's big in Australia.
I'm beginning to see the connection with wine in Arizona to other parts of the world, especially France, with some Australian influence. But could there be more to it? The state-of-the-art facility at Deep Sky produces many varieties, including a Malbec that I'm curious to know more about and hopefully get a taste of. Tasting room.
That's over there. That's the part that most people see.
I shall follow you, sir.
All right, let's go this way.
We're back in the tasting room, fresh off a tour with Tom, a wealth of knowledge. Who would have thought Arizona and wine go hand in hand? Where do you think Arizona wine sits on the international scale?
Well, we find a lot of our stuff is similar to some of the Argentina stuff. So we actually own a 5-acre vineyard down in Mendoza, Argentina.
Yeah.
Mendoza, Argentina, where our vineyard sits at 33 degrees south. Our Wilcox, Arizona vineyard is at 33 degrees north. They're both at 4,200 feet. We have the Andes Mountains, we have the Chiricahuas Mountains, so we both have a mountain influence. So that's why we're the first people to plant Malbec in the Wilcox region.
So you broke out this one, Dan.
Did.
What's so special about this one?
That is our Big Bang, our 100% Malbec, and definitely our flagship wine and our best seller, so you can't leave here without drinking that one.
Wow. Big Bang, I love the name too. Man, I had a blast at Deep Sky, and I see why the Big Bang Malbec is a must-try. Incredibly delicious. Next time, I'll have to visit some of the many other wineries in the region. What an awesome adventure. Had a beautiful hike, saw some amazing aircrafts, and we landed here in Arizona wine country. Does it get any better?